so we're doing cheap voodoo band blood flow restriction or occlusion training. So the big variables when you're doing this that you need to look out for, when you use the voodoo band, you're not trying to create a tourniquet. You're trying to mush arteries, but you're not trying to shut them off completely. So what it looks like on the leg, you do it with a straight leg, and when you put the band on, you're trying to get it as high on the hip as you can. You don't want to put it down in the middle of the quad or close to the knee. You're trying to get as much of the limb underneath the band as possible. So what you end up doing is putting this up real high up on the hip, and you'll end up wrapping it. And so the pressure, it's 50 to 75% tension. So what I typically do is I'll grab the band, I'll pull it to 100% tension, and then just back off what seems like 50 to 75%. So that's the tension you're going for, and you want 50% overlap. So you don't want big gaps in between the band. You want them to overlap, and so you will just wrap progressively until you run out of band. And so make sure that when you get to the end of the band, you lock it in place so it doesn't pop loose while you're working, and just leave yourself a little escape hatch like that. Now, as this stays on you, the leg will change color. So if you put it on and you're not sure, is it too tight, is it too loose, the big thing you want to look for is a capillary refill. So if you press on the leg, down on the shin, up on the thigh, if you watch on my thigh, when I press and I take my fingers off, it'll go white, but it pretty quickly refills. I'm still getting blood into the limb. If you ever press, it goes white and it stays white and takes a minute or two to refill, you may be mushing that artery a little bit too much. You might want to give it another try on wrapping. All right, so here are a couple of ideas for what to do while you're wrapped. So you're not going to do great big movements. You're not doing plyometrics. You're not doing real heavy weight. A lot of it is just kind of your body against gravity. So just a few ideas. You can do seated leg extensions, just straightening that leg. You can do hamstring curls. So just bending, making sure to keep that thigh vertical and bringing the heel up towards your butt. You can do calf raises, so just straight up and down. So programming wise with the blood flow restriction, you're trying to pick 4 to 6 exercises. You're doing 75 reps per exercise, per leg or per arm if we're doing, if we're only doing one leg, it's 75 reps. So the breakdown of those reps are 30, a mandatory rest of 30 seconds, 15, mandatory rest, 15, mandatory rest, final round of 15. Take the band off. The band comes off between exercises. Do not leave it on for the duration of 6 exercises. You will not be happy. So make sure that you are only doing one set of 75 per exercise.